Hello and welcome. This is Betty with Betty Krause Art. I recently sold a couple of pieces of my art on canvas to a gentleman by the name of Robert in the UK. To save money on the cost of shipping, I needed to remove the canvas from the bars and roll them up in a tube to ship them from California. I searched YouTube and didn't find any videos on how to remove gallery wrapped canvas from stretcher bars, so I created this video. In this photo, you can see on the left is a staple back canvas. It's very easy to remove the canvas by removing the staples. The one on the right is a gallery wrapped canvas, at least I believe that's what they're called, and you can't get to the staples as easily. This canvas is tucked into the back. It's all very sweet and neat looking, but a bit more complicated to remove it from the bars. However, it can be done. Here are the tools I used. I'll point them out again in a minute during the video. All right, so we're ready to get started here. Here are the tools we're going to be using. The first one is called a 3-in-1, and that's going to come in really handy to get down into that groove. Got two different sizes of flat screwdrivers and a pair of pliers. Here's the first canvas that I pulled apart. It's a 24 by 30, and there's the frame, and there's a rope that goes inside of that groove that we're going to be taking out of this next one. This one is a 24 by 24, and just pointing out where that groove is all the way around and that cord we're going to be taking out. I'm going to start by removing the wire backing, and then I'm just kind of pointing out where that staple is tucked in there. So unfortunately, I had to break apart the wood a little bit on the frame. However, it didn't affect the structure, so I can reuse these frames afterwards. So I got that cord about halfway through, and then there was another staple, and then the cord, of course, broke, so I had to dig that out. That one was giving me a hard time. So there's a staple on each corner, and then in the center of each one. So again, just using this 5-in-1 tool, pliers, and screwdriver, and I was able to get all of those staples out. And then once that cord's out, then I can loosen up the canvas. I apologize for my camera going in and out of focus. I think I was moving around a little too much. So as you can see, it can be done. It wasn't extremely difficult to do, it just took a little bit of extra time to get in there and get each one of them out. All right, so that's done. I'm going to slow down the video now, and what I'm going to show you here is as you pull out the canvas that was tucked into that groove, you're going to come across in the corner, there's going to be one more staple once you pull that down, and I'm not tearing it, that's the normal cut of the canvas. And then there's one more staple there, that one needs to come out. So once that one is out, I took care of that for each one of the corners, and that didn't take too long, so that just helps pull it all apart. So again, here's another corner. All right, so now we can just pull the whole thing out, and there are the stretcher bars. And again, the integrity of the stretcher bars was not compromised, so I can reuse those. And there we go. Now you can lay this out flat if you've got some time. I unfortunately didn't have time to do that, but you can put some heavy stuff on top of that to flatten it out a bit. There are a lot of great videos on YouTube on how to roll up your art for shipping. I'll link 2 below of the ones that helped me the most. I'll briefly show you a few pictures of how I packaged up my art. I got this tube at the local hardware store in the carpet aisle after watching Matt's video. All the carpet sold from this roll, so I was able to get the tube for free. I then went to the lumber area and had a young man cut it in half for me so that it would fit in my car. Once home, I cut it down to the size I needed. After rolling up the canvases, I wrapped them in brown paper and then used pipe insulation for added protection. Here's how it looked before adding a plastic cap, which I didn't get a picture of. Matt had also recommended creating an extra cap to really secure the artwork, so that's what I did here. I taped that all up and it was good to go. Here's a picture from the FedEx office. Thankfully, it arrived in perfect condition. If you found value in this video, I'd love it if you'd give me a thumbs up. That lets me know if I should do more videos like it. Let me know in the comments below if you've shipped canvas in a tube and if you have any advice to share with others. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.